The power duo, caffeine plus l-theanine. Among all focus enhancers, the most proven combination is still the simplest, caffeine and l-theanine. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the brain chemical that signals fatigue, which keeps you alert. The problem? On its own, it can raise cortisol and cause the familiar crash that follows. That's where l-theanine, an amino acid found in green tea, changes the equation. It promotes alpha brain waves, the same state linked to calm concentration, while smoothing caffeine's sharper edges. Studies from Japan's Institute of Physiology and the University of Newcastle show that combining 100 milligrams of caffeine with 200 milligrams of l-theanine improves reaction time and sustained attention far more than caffeine alone. For practical use, take caffeine and l-theanine together in the morning, ideally before mentally demanding work. The balance keeps focus steady for several hours without the mid-afternoon drop. The two complement each other perfectly. Caffeine energizes, l-theanine steadies. The result feels clean, focused, and calm. Alert without anxiety, energized without burnout. Brain fuel, creatine for mental endurance. Creatine is usually associated with physical performance, but its most underrated effect is on the brain. It helps regenerate adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the fuel neurons use to fire efficiently. When your brain's energy reserves dip, focus and clarity go with them. Research from the University of Sydney and the University of Tokyo found that 5 grams of creatine daily can improve reasoning speed and short-term memory, especially in people who are sleep-deprived or on plant-based diets. These groups often have lower baseline creatine levels. Unlike stimulants, creatine doesn't spike energy. It restores it. MRI studies show higher brain phosphocreatine after supplementation, meaning neurons literally have more fuel to work with. For long mental days or late-night work sessions, that extra reserve can make the difference between fog and focus. Taken daily with water or a meal, creatine's effect builds over weeks, not hours. Memory accelerator. Bacopa monnieri. Used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years, Bacopa monnieri earned its title as a brain tonic long before modern science caught up. Today, controlled studies confirm its ability to enhance memory, learning speed, and recall, though it requires patience to work. Trials at the University of Wollongong and Banaras Hindu University found that 300 milligrams daily for 8 to 12 weeks improved memory retention and reduced forgetting. The key compounds, called bacosides, strengthen neural communication and protect synapses from oxidative stress, the gradual wear and tear that slows thought over time. Bacopa doesn't stimulate the brain, it conditions it. By supporting acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter tied to learning, it improves clarity gradually. For best results, take Bacopa with meals containing healthy fats. The compounds absorb better that way. Think of it as rewiring the system, slow progress that builds lasting results. The neural regenerator. Lion's mane mushroom. Lion's mane is one of the few natural substances shown to stimulate nerve growth factor, or NGF, the protein that helps neurons grow, repair, and form new connections. It's been part of East Asian medicine for centuries, but modern research is confirming its cognitive potential. At Shizuoka University in Japan, scientists identified hericenones and erinacines, compounds in lion's mane that trigger NGF production. In clinical trials, adults taking 1 gram 3 times a day for 4 months scored higher in concentration and mental sharpness than those on placebo. What sets it apart is its regenerative nature. Lion's mane doesn't push the brain harder, it helps it rebuild. Regular use may enhance neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new pathways, supporting long-term clarity and adaptability rather than just short-term stimulation. It can be taken daily with food or blended into coffee, where its earthy flavor fits naturally. The brain's building blocks. Omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, are literal building blocks of brain cells. DHA alone makes up nearly a third of the brain's gray matter, giving neurons the flexibility they need to send signals efficiently. When levels run low, communication between cells slows and focus suffers. Harvard and Oxford researchers have linked higher omega-3 intake to improved attention, faster processing speed, and better mood regulation. Supplementing 1 to 2 grams of combined EPA and DHA daily helps maintain these levels, especially for those who eat little fish. Omega-3s don't act like a stimulant. They maintain structure. They strengthen cell membranes, reduce inflammation, and support mood stability. Consistency matters here. Benefits appear after several weeks of use. For best results, take omega-3s with meals that include dietary fat, as that improves absorption. Over time, they build a more responsive, resilient brain that simply works better. The fatigue fighter, Rhodiola rosea. Rhodiola rosea is known as an adaptogen, a plant that helps the body balance stress. Its effects are clearest when pressure is high. Russian and Scandinavian researchers have used it for decades to fight fatigue and improve mental performance in demanding conditions. Modern studies from Uppsala University and the U.S. National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health confirm those results. Doses between 200 and 400 milligrams of rhodiola extract improved alertness and reduced mental fatigue during long work or study sessions. Rhodiola influences AMPK signaling, a pathway involved in cellular energy regulation, which helps sustain focus without overstimulation. Rhodiola doesn't stimulate so much as stabilize. It keeps energy steady and focus consistent when willpower starts to fade. It's especially effective for professionals working long hours or anyone under sustained stress. Take it earlier in the day, as its mild energizing effect can interfere with evening rest. The classic stimulant herb, Panax ginseng. Panax ginseng has a long history as a vitality booster in Chinese medicine, and research backs its short-term cognitive benefits. It improves reaction time, alertness, and mental endurance, particularly when taken in standardized extract form. Studies from Seoul National University and the University of Northumbria found that 200 to 400 milligrams of ginseng improved performance on memory and arithmetic tasks. The active compounds, ginsenosides, enhance neurotransmitter activity and improve glucose uptake in brain cells, effectively giving neurons cleaner fuel. The effect is sharper but not jittery. Ginseng offers a smooth rise in focus that fades naturally. To keep it effective, many people use it in cycles, a few weeks on, then a short break. Morning use works best, as ginseng can lightly elevate energy for several hours. Cellular fuel, acetyl L-carnitine, ALCAR. Acetyl L-carnitine works at the cellular level. It transports fatty acids into mitochondria, the power generators inside every cell, so they can be converted into ATP, the energy that drives mental function. When brain energy runs low, fog sets in fast. Research from the University of Catania and NIH-supported trials found that 500 to 2,000 milligrams daily improved mental clarity and recall, especially in older adults or people under stress. ALCAR also supports acetylcholine production, further sharpening thought and concentration. Its effect is subtle but steady. You won't feel a buzz, just smoother, more efficient mental energy. Over time, it can noticeably reduce fatigue and help the brain perform more like it does on a good night's sleep. It's best taken in the morning on an empty stomach to maximize absorption. The stress shield, phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine is a phospholipid, part of the fatty layer surrounding every brain cell. Under stress, cortisol can damage these membranes, leading to sluggish thinking and forgetfulness. Phosphatidylserine helps rebuild that protective layer and restore communication between neurons. Clinical studies from the University of Naples and the University of Wales found that 300 milligrams daily reduced cortisol levels and improved focus and recall in people under psychological stress. It also improved overall mood stability, proof that better cell structure leads to clearer thinking. The key advantage here isn't stimulation, it's protection. By reinforcing the brain's physical structure, phosphatidylserine prevents burnout and keeps thought processes smooth, even in high-pressure situations. Take it with meals containing fats for optimal absorption, since it's a fat-based molecule. The circulation enhancer, ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba, derived from one of Earth's oldest tree species, improves blood flow to the brain. Its unique compounds, flavonoids and terpenes, widen blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach neurons. Studies from the University of Bonn and large Cochrane reviews confirm modest but consistent gains in focus and recall from 120 to 240 milligrams daily. Ginkgo also offers antioxidant protection, shielding brain cells from oxidative stress that can accumulate over time. Its effects are steady rather than sudden. Over weeks, better circulation supports mental endurance, the ability to think clearly for longer without fatigue. Taken with food, it can complement other long-term cognitive nutrients like omega-3s and lion's mane. Bonus compound, magnesium l-threonate. Of all magnesium forms, magnesium l-threonate is the one that directly impacts the brain. It crosses the blood-brain barrier efficiently, increasing magnesium levels inside neurons and influencing learning and memory. In studies led by MIT, 1.5 to 2 grams daily improved working and long-term memory over 12 weeks, particularly in older adults. Magnesium stabilizes neuron membranes and supports synaptic density, how many connections each neuron can form. The effect is subtle but restorative. It reduces overstimulation, promotes better sleep, and enhances clarity the next day. For people prone to stress or mental fatigue, Magnesium L-threonate provides quiet, consistent support without any stimulant edge. How to combine them safely. These supplements often work best in combination, but moderation matters. For everyday mental performance, a core stack of caffeine with l-theanine, creatine, and omega-3s covers the essentials: clean alertness, steady energy, and strong brain structure. If stress or fatigue are major issues, add rhodiola rosea or phosphatidylserine, but not both. Adaptogens overlap, and overdoing them can flatten your natural stress response. For long-term cognitive health, lion's mane and magnesium L-threonate pair well without overstimulation. Benefits build gradually. Most take 4 to 8 weeks of consistent use to appear. Start with 1 or 2, track how you feel, and increase slowly if needed. Always consult a healthcare professional if you're on medication or managing medical conditions.